Could you imagine if we end the season 10-7?
No.
I mean,
I can't.
I'm not saying we are. I don't think we are. I'm not.
I think we could. That's the problem.
There's a chance that we certainly could. But I'm trying to like withhold myself a little bit so I'm not super disappointed. But I mean, it's fuck if it's not reality. I mean, there's a chance.
If we finish with 9 or 10 wins, either one, I don't care. 9 or 10 wins after the disaster of a team that we saw the first 7 weeks of this season is an incredible turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, and not to get off topic, keep it short because I know we got to get to takeaway 3, but let me ask you a question. And chat, chime in. If we finish with 9 or 10 wins, would you openly accept Mike McDaniel back and Weaver back?
It doesn't matter because they'll be back. That's my feeling
saying.
on it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you, like, how would you feel? Would you feel good about it? Like, okay, he showed some shit. He kept the team in order. Let's see what he does with probably a new quarterback, with these guys hopefully back in year 2 of the defensive system with Weaver and so on and so forth. Like, or would you be like, oh, fuck, here we go again?
I think I would be okay with it just because there's not a candidate in this year's pool that I am really drawn to.
Yeah. And I do think that the hiring of the GM is probably way more impactful right now at this point.
That's my thing. Let the GM do it. Like, let's get back to a traditional structure here.
Yeah.
Where I mean, we've had a traditional structure, but Chris Greer was just awful. But like,
he was horrible.
Bring in a good GM. Let them assess the tape. Let them look at the fact that we started 1-7 last year and 1-6 this year, right? And let them decide, okay, was that growing pains from a piss poor roster construction, or was it bad coaching, right?
Yeah, agreed. I love this.
I find the fact that us, the Chiefs, and the Ravens are all 6-7 is mind blowing.
We talked about it in our group chat. It's like, can we talk about 3 polar opposite ways to get to the same record between those 3 teams?
Absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Jorge says he'll give the staff one more chance. True Blazer. I know, buddy. I know. Blazer has been like on our side of like the rip everybody's head off for the entire season. Like, I know.
Enough's enough. Let's tear it down to the studs.
He is. And if he were our offensive coordinator, I would be ecstatic. But he's not the offensive coordinator.
He's not. No, but I will say these last 4 or 5 games, my sourness towards him has been quelled just at scoosh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it has, for sure. For sure. This is the important. I think the new GM needs to do something about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he needs to force the separation.
Well, for sure. Yeah, I just don't know how it happens next year because of the financial commitment.
It may not. It may not. But like there needs to be competition. You can bring in competition. That's how.
For sure. And if there is, no matter who we hire as the GM and who we have as our coach, if we don't bring in competition, like serious, not a former first round pick who
bring in a first round pick.
Yeah, like bring in a starter and say, Tua, go beat him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, if there's like a Jackson Dart type guy that's expected to slide a little.
Yep.
Draft him.
Trade up and take Mendoza. No.
I don't know who any of the prospects are yet. I don't start looking till after. I did see that Notre Dame got a little whistle wooed out of the freaking top playoffs.
Yeah, that's criminal.
Ooh, baby. NCAA, what are you doing over there?
Because they're independent, and it's such a shitty thing to say about them because they're a fucking great football team. Yeah, all right, takeaway 3.
They might be our next head coach. You never know. Takeaway number 3, Miami finally won situational football. We had a complete and utter dominant game, and it was because we grew at one of our biggest weaknesses this season. We played smart, clean, winning football. And Josh, I know you have a butt ton to say about this, so I am throwing it straight to you.
Yeah, so I mean, look, outside of the special team struggling with the punt return for a touchdown, which I fully get is a giant black eye on this entire game. Both teams struggled on third down. Miami was 2 for 10. New York was 1 for 12. But both of Miami's third down conversions came on scoring drives, which tells me that they can do it in big moments, which lead to points, to putting points on the board. Miami scored touchdowns on every early red zone trip in quarters 1 and 2. Every time we got to the red zone, we scored a touchdown, which was huge. One of the biggest things that I noticed that you and I have been crucifying this team for are the self-inflicted penalties. They're in this game, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. There were no pre-snap penalties on key downs, and by key downs I mean on first, second, or scoring in the red zone.
No,
We did
because
not.
they called it on Savonaya on the first, but then they changed it to
Yeah.
encroachment.
Yep.
That was a weird.
It was very strange.
Thing.
It was very, very strange. But what have we been used to all year? Achan or Waddle or somebody catching or
Huge
running
play.
30 yards down the field only for it to get called back for illegal formation or false start because our wide receiver wasn't set or whatever the case is. And that did not happen in this game. We won the turnover margin 3-0, which was huge. And my biggest point here that showed me, and I say us, is the time of possession. So keep in mind, we're missing our number one wide receiver. We were missing our number one running back for 3/4 of the game. Yep. And we still blew them out of the water at time possession, 36 minutes to 23 minutes. Yeah. Not to mention Savonaya for all of the shit that he has put us through this season. I'll tell you what, man, on 2 of the 3 touchdowns, it was him that broke the running back. It was him that made the block down the field. It was him that pulled. It was awesome to see. Somebody that I was very excited about us trading up for in the draft. It's been a rough year for the rookie. And this is multiple games in a row now. And I know special teams, like I said earlier, it's going to have a giant black eye on their on the game because they let up a very kind of shitty return for touchdown, something that the Jets team is very good at this year, but not an excuse. Other than that, I mean, we're still a top 12 unit in the league on the season from a special team standpoint. This was genuinely a 3-tiered, 3-headed monster domination in this game, and it was awesome to see. This is the kind of football, and this is the kind of the team that we can be proud of as Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, rough day overall for the special teams, but I think other than that, it was fantastic. It's so funny how like different it is watching the game versus watching the play-by-play, because in the play-by-play, that Waddle end around was a pass. So it says Tua throws to Waddle for whatever it was, 17-yard touchdown or whatever. And then I go and I watch the game. I was like, that wasn't a damn pass. It was an end around.
Yeah, although his touchdown was Tua to Waddle. That touchdown was awesome. Tua got off his first read, which is what we've been begging him to do. Mm-hmm. He got to his second read, who wasn't open, which was Dolchich in the end zone. He was covered. And as he got to Waddle, watching him separate across the middle on his third read, as he was getting blasted from behind, giggity.
Hey-o.
Dot, right where it needed to be for a touchdown. It was. I wasn't happy to see him get hit, but I was very happy to see him go through his progression, even though he saw and felt the pressure. Hopefully he saw and felt it. And didn't fumble it, and still had the confidence to throw it. You know,
I wonder if the impact of him getting hit is what made the ball go so fast. He got like a velocity assist from the defense.
Well, that's what Dirk said. Dirk's like, "Oh, that's the secret. All we need to do is let him get sacked from behind as he's throwing the ball."
Physics, baby. That's all we need. Set it up that way. Austin Jackson just start letting guys through.
Let me ask you a question. In chat, just put yes or no. Right? Keep it simple. Is this the most complete situational performance that we've seen from this team all year? And by situational performance, I mean production. The coaching staff saw what was working and stuck to it. Lack of errors, lack of penalties. Tua did what he was supposed to do, which was manage the game and don't throw the ball over, don't turn it over. I know there could have been 3 interceptions, but there weren't. I think this might be the most complete performance we've seen all year.
I still think it was Buffalo. I think to beat Buffalo 30-13, you have to be on your A+ game.
Yeah.
I think to beat the Jets 34-10 when they have an undrafted quarterback playing, you don't have to be. They were absolutely. But I think the only other one I would put above this one is Buffalo. It would be the Buffalo game and then this game.
I keep forgetting that we beat them. We like blew them out because I'm not used to it.
I know. I kind of want to go watch it again because it didn't. It took 1,100 and some odd days for us to get a win against them. Like I want to feel it again. I want to feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Greg Dulcich yet. In case I see his name again, and I'll mention him in the Legends of Letdown. Don't you freaking worry. But let me tell you, dude, whoever they sign as the new GM, you have one job and one job only. Get Achan re-signed. Get Dulcich re-signed.
Please.
Get Brooks re-signed, although I think we just did that.
We did. Yep.
And you're good.
And trade Tua.
Yeah, trade Tua away if you can. If you can find somebody to take Tua, my friend, you would be an instant love.
We would throw a parade for you, like you won the Super Bowl. There would be a parade down Biscayne Boulevard for you, the GM who traded Tua.
You might get the Raiders to do it. You might get the Raiders to do it.
I mean, look,
dude. I was clamoring for Pete Carroll this offseason. That team, and from what I'm hearing, he is just there like on vacation.
Of course he is.
He's like not even
they're so far
interested.
They're so far out of what are they playing for? Pride? They don't have any pride. The fucking Raiders.
The only thing I'm pissed about is they're wasting Ashton Genty's rookie season.
I know. I fucking traded for him in fantasy.
I know. I saw.
Yeah.
I thought that was a mistake, but it's a dynasty league at least. So, you know.
Yeah.
And the center. Oh, sorry, the center. Aaron
Brewer.
Aaron Brewer is not signed yet. So
I thought
re-signed.
I thought we
re-upped
him last year.
I thought we re-upped him in Brooks.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at
research. But listen, we need to talk about Dulcich for a second. I know we're gonna get to the Legends, but as soon as the Giants released him from the practice squad, we as a collective at the time the Finns forecast said sign Greg Dulcich. Like, we do not have a tight end anymore because we traded him away. This was shortly after the Jonnu trade. Sign Dulcich. I don't know why he's not signed. I don't know why he was on a practice squad. I don't know why a team like the freaking Giants think they have enough talent to cut him. But then we sign him and we put him on our practice squad for what, 8 weeks? Like, god damn, dude. This dude is way too talented to be on a practice squad. Please, for the love of God, sign him.
I thought he was coming back from a back injury. And I think we were just being hyper vigilant with him for some reason. Aaron Brewer's contract, we re-upped him in March of 2024 for 3 years. So we have him through the 2026 season. He is a free agent come March 2027.
Okay, so you do want to extend him, probably.
Very much so.
Yeah. I think Dulcich was one of my favorite players when he was in Denver.
Very much so.
Yep. I thought he fit the Denver vibe perfect, by the way. He doesn't fit the Miami vibe at all, but that's what we need. We need a few less Miami vibe people.
I kind of love it, dude. I kind of love it. He's the type that, not to be cliche, but put your hard hat on. He's put on flip-flops and shorts and a tank top and come to work and do his job.
No, Dulcich is like a 7-year vet, dude. He played for the Broncos for a while, and then he was with the Giants, and then they cut him off the practice squad. And to what Josh is alluding to, they think he had a back injury. That's why he was cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dulcich has been around for a hot second. He had 3 for 41 in this game, by the way.
He was great. He had a long, what was his long? Like 26 or something like that? I mean, that run was awesome.
His long was 23.
23, yeah.
This is his 4th season. I'm sorry, he never actually played for the Giants. Look at that. They signed him this offseason, then they cut him before he played it down. So he had 3 seasons with Denver, and now he's with us.
Yep. And he's young, and he can block, and he's not a high-level all-around player, but he can do everything very, very well.
Struggle with injury, so Chris Greer special.
Mm-hmm.
He played 10 games his rookie year, and he had 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then he only played 2 games his second year, 4 games his third year. So it's really just been kind of struggling with injuries.
Yep.
3rd-round pick, though. So
question for you guys, outside of Dulcich, sorry. How do we feel AJ played coming back from injury? This will be game 2.
I thought Jackson played pretty well.
Yeah.
Austin Jackson is who Josh is referring to if you are not a fan of acronyms. I mean, the time that Tua got sacked, I think he only got sacked once in this game. 1 sack for 8 yards. I thought the entire offensive line collapsed. I didn't think it was any one person's fault. It seemed just like everybody just got run over. The Jets were getting tired of getting dominated, and they just had an absolute pound our offensive line moment. But I mean, for Tua to only get sacked once, I think is really good. His blind side is more protected. I think he is playing like we thought he might play more comfortable.
Yeah.
Now that Austin Jackson is back in his blind side, I definitely see that from him. I don't see him playing that much better, but I see him less panicky.
Very much less jittery.
Yeah, which is good. Yeah, I think overall, as far as I can assess the lineman, which is not very far, I think he did really well. I'm wondering what the guys in the chat think.
Yep. I don't trust him long term. You know, I don't know what we just re-upped him not too long ago, so that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see what happened. But where is this one? This is interesting because I don't know. Chat chime in, but Anthony, that penalty on Waddle was so fucking weak.
Almost every penalty in this game was so weak.
I
think the
mean-
refs were bored.
I mean, come on.
Like
at this point, let's just put flags around their waist and hope
Yeah.
for the best. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Honestly, I'm going to go on a little rant. I think the block in the back penalty is one of the weakest penalties in the whole sport. Unless the dude's absolutely just steamrolling a guy in the back, that should never be called.
Yeah.
If some player goes up and lightly taps the guy in the back, that is not a block in the back. That's lightly touching somebody's back, who, by the way, is heavily padded.
Yeah, but unless you're preventing him from making a play, which this wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're blocking somebody in the back who's completely unaware of you, and then you are preventing an open line for that player to tackle, fine, I get it. Okay, I don't agree with it, but sure. But that thing on Waddle wasn't even looking. I barely touched the outside of his shoulder pad, and it got called. It's so shitty.
It's one of my least favorite penalties in modern football, honestly. I know that, I sound like a boomer there for a second, but like it just doesn't make any sense to me. The only time it makes sense to call that is when it's dangerous to the player who's getting blocked.
Yep.
Like it should be treated along the lines of like a personal foul, right? Which are also called too often nowadays. You tap the quarterback in the helmet. That's a personal foul.
That's a whole nother conversation because quarterbacks are, I don't know.
Yeah, and this I completely agree with this, D-Dub, but think about the number of blocks in the back that you've seen that were actually blocks in the back
versus the ones the amount that have been called.
Right.
Yeah.
Like half the time when they call this, it's just a guy touching another guy in the back. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's a block in the back.
I mean, let's talk about the Waddle block in the back. He touched the outside of his shoulder pad.
Yeah. It was
I mean, and you negated what was it? Like a 35-yard Dolchik's catch and run?
I was kind of hoping it wouldn't come up because it annoyed me so much, to be honest.
Sorry. Not sorry.
It's good. It's good because I feel like Miami gets at least one of those a week. A ticky-tack, come out of nowhere, invisible, the Ollie Gordon fake trip that never happened.
Oh my God. I haven't been that mad in a long time.
This is another one.
Yeah.
The offensive wide receivers push off with an incredible rate.
I mean, almost every time.
Every time.
A little bit of separation.
A defender will play patty cakes for a little bit and get a pass interference call.
Mm-hmm. With their head turned around looking for the ball.
Because they didn't look for the ball. Right.
Yeah. Like Minka's one. Was it last week?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one. Like the whole you have to turn around and look for the ball. Why? If like they're making a good play and they didn't interfere before the ball got there. Like it's just another There's too many rules.
Let's fix the NFL, guys.
I don't fully blame the refs because they have too much shit they're supposed to be watching now. It's like insane.
I mean, I do. Because look, you have VAR, or sorry, I'm a soccer fan. So you have
the virtual augmented reality.
Cameras everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere above the eye in the sky. You have virtual first downs. You have 3 sideline refs.
I mean the refs on the field. I don't.
No. But
I
you have 3 sideline refs.
Yeah.
You have the refs on the field, which are 3 or 4. I think. And you're telling me between all of that and the technology, somebody can't call down and say, hey, you got it wrong. Go change it.
That's what I mean. They don't use it. They don't use the technology.
That's
they talk
insanity.
about the technology nonstop. They never shut up about it. There's always an announcer talking about the technology that we have, but they don't use it.
They sure don't.
Every other sport is like baseball has been incredibly fun to watch lately because they sped up the game with the pitch clock. They get fouls called correctly immediately because New York is constantly watching the games. Like Okay, baseball got the technology and they use it. NFL has the technology probably long before baseball got it, and they just choose to ignore it. And it
Yeah.
makes no sense. And then, of
Since
course, you're a huge soccer fan. Apparently, they're using it there too. It's
everywhere.
like, come
Well,
on.
they've been using it there for like decades and decades, right?
Yeah. You want to prevent gambling on your sport by players? Start using your technology.
I like it.
Just saying.